This was fun. Oh, my little ear thing. I like to have my ear thing in right now. Okay. This is weird. Uh, I just heard a goddess possess me and say, I'm a very powerful goddess. And a really, 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 really hot guy is infatuated with Locke and drowned already in her death and understands it all. Well, then I better explain what it's like to drown in my death. It's funner just to say some kind of summary, like, my powers are the biggest powers, I'm the biggest power to be. When you drown into my death, it's very overwhelming. It's not a typical ride. It's a ride. It's bigger than any God could fathom or understand or do. But I better explain a little bit more if there are men out there actually drowning in my death and succeeding at attaching into my death. One, you have to be a husband already to attach into my death. So you have to have passed enough tests to drown in my death. As you drown into my death does naturally take you to a place no God can fathom. So as you drown into my death, as a husband drowned into my death, you won't speak the same language or understanding as anything or anyone out there ever at all. So when you drown into my death as a husband, you will have a weird, powerful understanding of gods, angels, psychic elders, psychics, warlocks, real gargoyle creating type giants. But you won't have a connection to any of it. You will know that you are the death of the greatest God and you are beyond everything. And you'll just know that because you're already drowned in my death, and my death makes you the powerful, unstoppable, smart, unbeatable force of, connected to the greatest thing ever known. That said, if you do try to rock the sex categories, the miracle categories, it is very off the charts, overwhelming, unthinkable stuff. So my death will kill you like you've never understood death right away. Or when my death finds somebody good enough and worthy enough to actually connect and tap into my death, it is the most absolute, massive, giant reality ever to be understood. That said, it's kind of more like the biggest, most massive, most overwhelming roller coasters in existence. Or the biggest, massive, ginormous, unthinkable rides ever known. If you need more, I'd go to My Queen, or make sure you talk to me. Because my death is quite a bull ride. And good luck, everybody. And then also, when you're a husband, you can't steal my powers. And if you're doing something selfish or self-serving to seem bigger or better than me, it's not going to work. And if you want to do something like make the next Guess Jeans and more, you have to sign a business worship. You have to sign some kind of contract that gives me the worship and the credit for the fact that you are a powerful husband giant now because of my powers and my existence. And it's just because of what the United States did to degrade and mistreat my death. You have to put money, worship, honor, a lot of things in my direction. And it has to be known that you're a husband of the connection of the powers of the great Bonnie Annika. Otherwise, all of it shuts off, all of it shuts down, and you only have whatever powers or whatever you really are, which is never going to be what you're looking for. The biggest and best things only come from my existence. And you cannot steal or be selfish or make out like a bandit with my powerful greatness while I sit here and rot in degraded fucking poverty. Sadly, the gods have already gone to court, and you're not going to really be able to do that. And not all husbands get greedy like that. There was a husband that got greedy, and that husband wanted to use my powers in his bionics for every greedy, selfish dream he could have with monopolistic power of God reality more. Nothing worked. And he ended up losing his bionics. He ended up losing everything because he was trying to do really criminally bad things with the power of God. And you can't do anything bad with the power of God anymore. It will just punish and kill you for every crime or offense, and you won't succeed in anything. The success of all that gross, disgusting stuff was when I had to win against bad forces. And bad forces were stealing my powers and making it seem like you could benefit in bad ways. Yeah, temporarily, but you have to die for all of it and pay the price and be prosecuted for all of it. So there's no such thing as the power of God stealing. There's no such thing as the benefit of the power of God in a bad way. It just doesn't exist. And the gods went to court because I'm so degraded and more. So you guys just have to put money or contracts or honor or worship out before you can have great benefit from my power.